Okay, welcome back. Again, we're at the Disability Connections of West Michigan. Is that the official title, West Michigan? Is that you? And Deb Marsh is here with us. No connection to Marshfield next door where we're sitting here. She guarantees me, but she wishes it was. But anyway, we've been talking about her job in getting individuals with any kind of a disability job ready. Those that who really think that they have something to give and they would like to, not just sit in the house, get out and get back in the workforce. And Deb works pretty conscientiously with them and tries to find out, number one, where's a career that you could enter, job skills that you have that we just need to hone, polish up, and get them back in there. And we were just talking on a break a little bit about both of us have experienced the post-traumatic stress, the veterans, and you come in contact with your job here, and the traumatic brain injuries. And that's a brain injury no matter how you get it, whether you automobile accident or just falling in your house, or in case of the veterans, this explosive devices, that the shock wave goes through them, and that's a tough one, isn't it? That's a pretty tough one to find out what we can do with them, what kind of work can they still do, because I know, especially with my veterans, that they still feel gung-ho. They still feel like, I can do this job, I can go back over there, and then the families. Then we look at the families, and it affects everybody. It affects the spouse, if it's the spouse, and the children, and the parents. A lot of people are affected by that. Memory loss, anger issues. We look at ways when we work with someone with a traumatic brain injury to help their memory. Just sticky notes, lists of things to do. Sometimes I'll make a list. I'll attach it to a keychain if it's something they need to remember if they're locking up a business. Just simple steps to remember, because they'll forget things. And that's probably one of the most difficult things with the job is the anger as well. I think to get angry because they've forgotten something. Stress, so frustration, frustration issues. And then that just sets a little domino effect. Yes. Everything goes in, and then they have this blow up, And so you need employers that are more, I guess, easygoing employers that aren't going to add to the stressful situation. Yeah. That's when you get to know someone, you kind of get to know their personality and what the triggers are. And when I look for an employer, I try not to find somebody who, you try to match them up. Very definitely. I think that makes better retention. We have a 75% retention rate. Wow, with the people. It is, and I think that's why we take the extra time to get to know the person we're working with, and about their family and loved ones, what influences them. I usually make a home visit because I like to see a person's surroundings. It tells me a little bit more about the person and how they're doing. I've been in this position here for 3.5 years. In a social work environment. It's been quite a while. It's been quite a while. And bless your heart, because this is a high burnout job because of the frustrations that we have and the clients that we have to work with and stuff. But so bless you for what you're doing, because it's I know the same thing. Me, people say, why do you do this? And I say, well, because you make a difference. So somebody needs to advocate. Somebody needs to be there, and just simply taking the time, like you said, to know the individual and then know the employer and say, look, you guys are a good match here, and here's some of the things to expect. But this will be a good worker for you, and also. But it's hard, isn't it? I know I go home a lot of times. When you get someone on their feet, I had a young lady I worked with a couple of years ago, and when I got her on her feet, I got her a job. It started as a part-time job. She's working 40 hours a week now. She has her own vehicle. She drives to work and back, and her own apartment. And I helped her get the apartment and get it set up and furnished, and she's still there, going on 2 years, and she's doing very well. Person in society, she's paying her taxes. Yes, she's making a difference. Very much. But for somebody intervening or an agency intervening and giving them the opportunity. A lot of people say, well, they don't want to work, or they just don't want the job. They're on welfare, or they're on Social Security disability because, they don't understand unless you've walked in those shoes or really seen the struggle. And a young lady like you just talked about here, you made a difference in her life. So that's payment. That's what makes it worth doing what we do. You get that the one that comes back and says, because of you, because of your organization, because what you took the time, or you gave a damn, And you're out in the community, and you'll run into somebody you placed at a job who comes up and gives you a hug and said, she's the reason I'm here. I had that happen this weekend, and that just warmed my heart. Made me feel wonderful. It makes it all worthwhile. It does. It makes it worthwhile. Okay. Is there any other programs that we'd like to talk about that you're involved with? We have a program here that's called a SET class. Oscar Kent teaches that, and it kind of bumps off of our employment. He teaches people basic skills for we bring a group of people together that are unemployed, looking for a job, and I think they bond in the class because they all have the same issues. And it's a nice group, and he talks about budgeting. He's very money-oriented as to how to budget your money and what goals you want to achieve, what kind of life you would like to live, what you would need to do to get there. Mm-hmm. And he sets goals, very much believes in the people he works with. He also works on resumes. He takes people for haircuts and to get, it's almost like a makeover. They do a before and after picture, and they show them on camera. They tape an interview.
Change will do
yeah, and they tape an interview, and they get to see how they reacted on camera, and then they do a second interview to try and do it a little bit better. And we sometimes get a few referrals out of this class when they come here. MRS will refer them to this class, and it's a good program. Sometimes he takes a few extra people in there, and people that come in that are interested. And we get a lot of the people, including the vets, who come through because I do a little job board. Yep. Generally, I try to change it every week and throw a few extra jobs up. Then the guys will come in here and take a peek at my job board when they come in, so they know it's there. So,
well, that's what's nice is if you have a disability, or there's somebody in your family that has a disability, or you know of somebody who has a disability, is if you get them here to the Disability Connection, and then they get in a circle here. That's the same thing with the Vet Center. There's maybe 5 or 6 or 7 different programs you would go through, or they have for you, that each little piece of this is tailored to your needs and what you need to have done to make you be who you want to be, or be all that you want to be. And that's what's nice. So we covered a lot of programs at the last session in this one, and so just the thing to remember is where to go. There's a place out there, and it's free. You just can come down. There's some tremendous folks here, been doing this for a long, long time, and they can certainly help you find some direction if that's what you need in your life. All right? Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we've really appreciated meeting you and having this time together today, and we'll take a little break here, and we'll be back in a few minutes.